Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. This is also video 2 of Avengers World Tour. So as I said in the previous video, this is the longest level in this game, and as a result it is also the only one that seems to follow the level formula 3 times, because in the first video we played as Thor and Captain America and defeated a boss after doing a puzzle, and this one we have to do basically 3 puzzles, but we fight a boss as we go, and I think we have a mini showdown with him at the end. I don't know, but then in the next part of this level we're going to be playing as Spider-Man and some other people, again, who I've never heard of, and we're going to be doing a few puzzles and then fighting actually 2 bosses, I think. So normally I say in Lego games it feels like they had 2 levels but they wanted more, so they split them up. But in this case it felt like they had too many levels but they wanted to keep all of them in, so they just decided to cram them into this one. Which is fine. I would rather a longer game than a shorter one, but it's weird that this one was an over 30-minute long level, and you play as all these heroes, and in the other levels you don't really do that nearly as much ever again in this game, actually. So there's 3 tubes we're going to go in. They're all different colors. I started on the left side, which I believe was the blue one, and then we are just going to do some kind of dealio inside of here, and that will open up one of the doorways or do something that I will remember once it happens, and it's just going to be a couple of different puzzles. The one on the far right I think is the easiest one. Can't remember completely. It might be the one in the middle, but this one I think was actually one of the longer ones. So there's that building, or that whatever you want to call it, in the background that you can only activate when you come back in quick play. So of course this game will have many things that you are not quick play. This is not Overwatch. Free play. Sorry, free play. This game will have many things that you have to come back to later if you want to get all the collectibles inside the level, which is exactly the same thing that has been done in every Lego game since forever. So that shouldn't be unexpected. But anyway, we just move this, or use this chick to whoever the heck she is. Is this Captain Marvel? One of them? Aren't there there's like a male and then a female Captain Marvel, right? Or is that the DC's Captain Marvel? See, I have no idea. I think this is Captain Marvel though. Anyway, you'll just use you'll use her to blow up that submarine ship thing, whatever that was. And then here's another enemy I have never heard of, and they mention Atlantis a few times in this game, I believe, which kept confusing me because I kept forgetting that it's not the same Atlantis that's in DC, so I don't know. Anyway, I also get to ramble about another complaint, and that is, once again, switching to other heroes. So as we saw there, I spun around with Iron Man and did a pretty cool laser attack that hit nothing, didn't hit this guy at all. And that's going to happen a lot to you, because as you're fighting things and as other heroes are fighting things, the option to push the Y button is going to come up, and you're going to push it sometimes because you'll want to. Okay, I guess that wasn't the blue pipe, but sorry, I'm colorblind, but I'm not that colorblind. But anyway, now we're in the blue pipe. Anyway, you'll be fighting, and for some reason or another, you're going to want to switch to another character, and you'll push Y, but before you can actually switch, you're going to do some stupid, really long combo move that, in my experience, always misses everything and just takes way too long to do, and then you'll finally switch to them. Sometimes you'll get confused and just try to switch again because you don't know what's happening, because for some reason they decide to assign, once again, the switch button to the same button that does the combo hero activate thing, which again hits nothing. At least every time I've used it for any combination of heroes ever, I've never had any of those combo powers actually kill an enemy, because it always goes around them or in front of them or right next to them. I don't know, but anyway, this is going to be the second submarine thingamajig that we are getting rid of, and we just got to go up there, move this block down here so we can build this switch, and then we're going to pull the switch, and then I believe the submarine's going to be on inside there. We can see the boss for this area. Basically, he's going to show up 3 times, and we're going to have to fight him a little bit more really, if that's a word, near the ending, but when you destroy one submarine, he'll show up, you just take out some of his health, he'll swim away, then you'll do that 2 more times, basically. So here there's going to be a couple of lasers. We're going to switch to this person, who I believe once again is Captain Marvel, but it may not be. And I was also having an issue once again with the buttons being assigned to the same thing. It says, I think it says here, yes, press B to activate your energy shield, but you just have to tap it, because if you push and hold it, you'll turn on her laser. And you don't want the laser. So once again, assigning, I guess for Captain Marvel, that's like 4 things on the same button. You have to be in pretty specific situations to get them to actually happen. Anyway, I guess they're not actually submarines. They look more like generators now that I look at them. So we're going to destroy that generator. And then, what is this guy's name? Whatever this enemy is. Atama? What? Let's see. Does it say? Nope, it doesn't say. Okay, well, whatever this guy's name, he's going to come in and trap whoever you were playing as. So just switch to the other person. Take out his health that way. Once again, I did the combo there, and I'm pretty sure none of that person's health went down, and then I was swimming for some strange reason, which made me go in circles very quickly, completely useless, but it did look cool. Then I took out the remainder of his health that the game would let me right here. Now we're going to have to go back on over to the final tube, and we come on over to the left side, I believe here, yes, and this will let us go back to the beginning of this area, and then we can finally go into the final tube on the right side, which I think is the red one. Yep, it's the red one. The red one likes to hide itself. I only thought there were two until I came back and realized, oh, there must be a third one. It kind of blended into the background for me. But anyway, so this one I believe is the easiest one. I don't think there's really anything special we're going to have to do here. You just defeat the enemies at the start there, and you don't actually have to kill them, but they just kind of get in the way. So get rid of them anyway. Then use Tony Stark or the other person to destroy that golden brick, which, as usual for Lego games now, if you see a gold set of bricks, you're going to have to use some kind of high-powered laser and keep that laser on the brick for a while to actually get rid of it. But here we're going to activate this generator, and then that'll be the final one.
Oh, okay, that'll do. Let's move.
That's Atuma's invasion plans well and truly sunk.
Still doesn't add up. What was Atuma planning? Why attack now? What was...
Watch out!
Huh?
Fools! You will pay for this insult!
Oh, ouch.
I don't want to worry you, but I think I may have just invalidated my warranty.
Let's get back and debrief. There's something bigger going on here.
Ah! Gently. No, gently.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man at your service.
No way. We get Spider-Man in our team? This is so cool.
Ugh, we could have done this without him.
Hey, easy, White Tiger. I want my brand new threads and everything. Who are these guys, anyhow?
Escapees from the raft. Which means there are probably a few supervillains up ahead, too.
The Tremendous Trio versus the Bridge of Anarchy. This would make an awesome fan fiction.
Let's focus on saving civilians first. Team names come later.
And now we finally get to play as Spider-Man, if you like Spider-Man anyway, and also what I thought was going to be like the replacement for Wolverine after he died, but I don't think it is. I don't actually know who this is. I don't think any of the X-Men actually show up in the campaign. They might show up in like as characters. They would do. I would imagine they would, but I don't think any of the X-Men actually show up in the campaign here, unless among the many heroes I've never heard of, one of them is an X-Men. I don't know, but anyway, I thought she was related to Wolverine, but I don't think she is. I think she's just, yeah, White Tiger, so I have no idea who White Tiger is, but she has claws, she can dig in the ground, and she's one of my favorite fighters. I do not like fighting as Spider-Man, and here's something kind of cool. You need to aim with Spider-Man by pushing and holding X, and then aiming with the aimer that comes up, and then you can spin some web that connects to both sides and creates a rope, basically, for you to go across. That took me a minute or two to actually figure out, because the game was clear about it. All you have to do is push in your left analog stick, at least for the Xbox, and that will let you know what you're supposed to do if you get stuck at a place, assuming it's not like a puzzle, because it's only going to tell you the controls for a hero. It's not actually going to tell you how to solve something, usually. But anyway, you can't jump across this tightrope, as I tested out there, so I thought... my doggy's barking in the background. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna let her bark because I can't get to her right now. But anyway, I thought I could jump across just to get to get over this faster, but it ended up taking longer because I fell off and I should have just walked. But Here we get to fight this Shocky guy. I don't know who he is again. Yet another villain I've never heard of. It'll be interesting if they ever put any of these guys in the movies, but, you know, that's unrealistic because they release, what, 1 Marvel, maybe 2 Marvel movies a year? I think about 2 a year, right, usually? And there's a lot more enemies than that per year, so there's also a whole lot less enemies that are actually interesting, especially when it comes to Marvel. Anyway, we're going to be doing basically 2 boss fights. This part, actually, no, 3 boss fights, now that I think about it. I don't know why they went so over the top with this level. This level was ridiculously long. The main boss seems to be that guy, this illusionary person. So he's this giant fishbowl head that's going to not actually be there, and he's going to send enemies at you that don't actually exist, but they very well can hurt you. So you have to defeat them anyway. And then this shocker guy is going to jump up onto that platform there, and we're just going to have to do a couple of things to get him down. So we're going to move this big thing of rubble out of the way, and I guess also that semi-truck. I'm sorry guys, I recorded this game in a day, all 20 levels, so I'm kind of forgetting what we did in a few of them, but some of them really stuck in my memory because they were pretty darn, some of them were just memorable, I'll put it that way. But anyway, we'll use Spider-Man to pull down that semi-truck, and then we're going to build this platform that we're also going to be stepping on, I'm sure, in a second, so we can grab down this guy. Do we have a third person? Yes, we have this other lightning person who... Miss Marvel. Okay, so this one's Marvel. Wait, Miss Marvel? So, was the... I don't know who we played as in the first part of this video then. Huh. Unless Miss Marvel isn't the same as Captain Marvel. I don't know. See, it confuses me as much as the timelines do. And in this game, it's even worse because they combine timelines. So it might be, they might have both been Marvels, actually, just from different, I have no idea. Anyway, so we'll get that guy off of his platform, then we'll be able to defeat him. Then you're going to have to switch to Spider-Man and use his Spidey sense to actually detect this Hawk guy. I don't think he's the illusion, but... whatever, he was illusioned there, but whatever he is, some kind of cheap imitation of Hawkeye or Birdman, I don't know, but whatever the heck that guy is, he's gonna grab you and take you up here into the wild, and you're gonna have to fight Kraven the Hunter. Now, this guy was actually kind of interesting. I mean, hunters always kind of cool, kind of primeval type of things, and hunting big game, sure, why not? I mean, if you do it and put it on Facebook, everybody sends you death threats, but we're playing a Lego game here, we're not actually hunting actual lions, and that's pretty good because a lion is going to attack you, and you're going to have to lure it into a trap. So you're going to see this red line kind of highlight on the ground every now and then, and that's going to be the pathway that lion is going to take. So avoid it best you can, but first we're going to have to actually get some meat in front of one of the traps. So you're going to want to switch to White Tiger and use her claws to cut open those vines there, which we've done in Lego Ninjago as the sword people. I don't think we've done that in Lego games before Ninjago, at least it feels new to me. Maybe we have, I don't remember. But anyway, then you're going to want to head on over here and use Spider-Man to pull open this flagpole, and I think we get like a chicken or a turkey out of this. Because I think that box opens up. Yep, okay, the flag falls down and then the box opens up, and now we can actually build a trap, which is going to be a little bit risky because I'm going to get plowed by the lion, and I didn't actually get to finish the trap there. That was kind of fun, but you can tap the button that shows up if you want to get rid of the lion, or you can just... okay, I guess it's just a drumstick, but anyway, or you can just switch to another character and punch the lion, and that should get him off you pretty easy. So anyway, once that's going, the lion will eventually go into that pathway in the background, or, okay, I guess not. He's just gonna prowl from the bushes and start eating the whatever that is, the drumstick, the meat, the T-bone, I don't know, whatever. He's gonna eat his meat, and then you're gonna get the hunter coming on down, and he's gonna start attacking you, so he's gonna be like any other boss. He's only gonna be attackable for a few short moments before any damage can be done to him, and after that, or before that, you're just gonna have to punch him and wait until he can be attackable again. His attacks aren't too bad. I mean, he's just kind of a Lego guy throwing a stick at you, so you just punch him until he dies, I guess. Avoid the little red areas that show up around him if you want to make sure that you don't take damage, but being a game of unlimited lives, that doesn't matter too much. And then you're just gonna do this until he dies.
See how you deal with this.
Here he comes! Look out!
This cannot be. Kraven the Hunter!
This guy sure seems to like saying his name. Does he think we've forgotten it or something? Ah, I wish.
Your little safari trip is
And then this was a little bit strange because he's lost all of his health, but nothing's happening, and I think I actually stopped attacking him, and that's when it finally activated. I don't really know what was going on there. I think eventually the lion comes and takes him or something. I don't know, but he's just sitting there, you know, he's like flashing red. Can't do anything to him. Can't remember what actually got it to activate, so there's just... Oh, that's right, we have to switch to Spider-Man. Nope, that was my fault, okay, but anyway. Switch to Spider-Man, use your Spidey sense, this Hawkeye's gonna attack you again, and then you're going to be swept off into another place that you really don't want to be. This time we're actually... I think we fight Dr. Octopus, which, again, was, as I was saying before, kind of weird that they throw almost all of the hero's arch enemies right in your face at the end of the level for pretty much every single level, and they're allowed to do that because of Kang's master plan. But anyway, this really, to me, was one of the parts that I felt was unnecessarily stalling the level, because I have heard of Dr. Octopus, and I think the level would have been fine if they had cut out the part with that hunter guy who I'd never heard of before. Now that I think about it, he's probably the enemy of White Tiger, but again, I've never heard of White Tiger, so I don't know any of that. I don't know, that's just me, but for this guy, there's luckily nothing really special you have to do at the beginning. It's just making sure that you walk on up to him and beat the crap out of him, basically. There's a mini-kit inside of this car, and this game was also a little bit nicer with mini-kit rewards there. The camera was really not being happy with me at that minute. And what I mean is that, like in the earlier Lego games, you could easily get usually 3, maybe 4 mini-kits without needing to play quick play, or sorry, free play. But in the recent ones, especially the last 2 years, I really felt like that you had to go into free play to get the vast majority of mini-kits, which is fine, but it's fun when every now and then you can just get one just by playing the game in the story mode, you know? So this game was pretty good with that too. There are a few levels where I get even, I think, 2 or 3 mini-kits just by playing it normally, so that was kind of fun. That was kind of, again, it feels like they were having fun with this game again, and I haven't felt that way with a Lego game for a while, so that's good on them. But I did say in the first video I didn't really like it that much, but that's probably more my aversion, I guess is a word for it, aversion toward Marvel, but also might have been a little bit more fun if I had known who any of these people were that I'm playing as. I don't know, maybe they'll make a few movies and I'll learn something. But this guy really is just a pretty drawn out boss fight. All you have to do is punch him, he'll jump away, chase him down, punch him again. Finally, that'll be the end of this level. Like I said before, no level is quite as long as this one, so none of my videos should be as long as this part and the last one too, but maybe some will be, I don't know. It's a pretty interesting game. That'll be it for now. I will see you in level 3.
Webs, that was so epic. Well timed.
Hey, it was a team effort.
Wow. What a rush. And even more fun than how I'd have written it. I mean, taking down 5 supervillains and a...
Withering half-wits. You've no idea of the machinations in play. He's coming, and you will all...
Hey, Ock. No one likes a sore loser. Seriously. You two head back to HQ and give a full report to WASP. I'll stay with this until the authorities arrive.
You just want to dodge the paperwork.
I appreciate you answering our distress call, but the Avengers and their allies defeated Loki's master plan. And we're on top of all the usual planet-wide villainy.
No, there's something else.
That That's one big sword.
People of New York, I am Kang, the Conqueror. Thousands of civilizations have fallen to my forces, and your city will fare no better. Let your fabled Avengers try and stop me. No one throughout time, in all of space, has ever been able to best me. All hail Kang!
Hey, you! Yeah, you might have just missed it. But the last purple-hatted cosmic tyrant that came here didn't fare too well against us. Can't see any reason why you might do any better. I need to check on S.H.I.E.L.D. What's left of it.
Guys,